Yo yo. Okay, so I got a lot of problems with this build right now. But this is what we're running so far. Um, for the helmet, we are running poison, healing received. It's the new addition, total armor and poison res. I'd really like to replace the poison res for max HP. But you know it's like not terrible to have, especially when you're fighting rogues. But I really struggle against barbarian. So that is what it is. This is our damage chest piece. We're running double imbued skill damage. Not really how this works, but we're taking it. We're taking the armor and max HP. Still kind of on the fence about this and the whole imbuement thing, but we're running it for now. We're still running the same gloves. Attack speed after dodging and crit chance. Ranks, of course, on bursting venoms, and then chest piece we're running stolen vigor and bubble on the helmet. As for the pants, again, not super happy with the pants. I'd like to get healing received instead of just the base DR, and then I need a higher roll on my DR close. So I definitely need to replace these pants, but just haven't yet. As for the boots, again, we're running more poison res where we don't really need it too much. It's nice to have, but I'd much rather have DR injured, but you know, is what it is. For the crossbow, I'm pretty happy with. I'd like to have damage to core instead of close, but that helps our poison damage a little bit, so I've been trying to rationalize it that way. And then we're running the purple gems on both of our weapons. Condemnation, of course, it's just mandatory. Dagger, Vuln, crit, all stat dex. It's very nice. I'm kind of considering throwing Vuln back in the build because I need it against barriers. And then once we break the barrier, we can usually get a quick kill. And then we're running the new poison puncture. I'm not 100%, it's kind of growing on me. I'm not 100% sure if I want to keep this or not. I was thinking about throwing expectant on here, or maybe moving accelerating, but I don't have a max roll, so I'm not like super torn up about it yet. For the rings and just the jewelry in general, I'm really not happy with any of this. I'd much prefer to have a max roll, max HP, because 15k life is not enough. It's 100% just not enough. I feel like my defenses are decent, but if I had the 20k life that I do on Eternal, I'd feel so much better. And I'm missing HP on my helmet. That's 1,000. I'm missing like 200 on my chest. I could roll HP on my pants. But you know, just haven't yet. I'm not 100% sure with dodge either. I've loved stacking dodge when I was fighting Hoda, but I'm just not 100% sure about it now that we're fighting double swing. Thinking about just going straight DR instead of dodge, but or healing received and max HP. But yeah, we need to roll max HP on the rings and just higher affixes. Again, just like super not happy with these, but we're just kind of dealing with it, I guess. We are running a simulation for the dodge. Dodge, it does feel really, really nice when you dodge something like 3-4 times in a row. And then with this setup, we can achieve really, really high dodge. We'll go into the stats in just a second. Lucky hit, you could 100% get replaced with max HP here. And even poison damage. I'm thinking about just going with basic Vuln, crit strike, crit chance, and max HP on the rings. That would be ideal, to be honest. A little boring, I know, but it's what it is. And I would be able to use that for a non-imbuement build too. As for the hearts, we are running the heart that makes us invulnerable. We are running 20% damage is suppressed, which is really nice. And we are running dot damage to unstoppable. Dot damage to unstoppable I feel like it helps me against barbs, but a good barb will just pop iron skin and just clear my poison, so I've really been thinking about trying to figure a way around that, because again, this build really struggles against barb. double swing barb in particular. As for the amulet, we're running DR distant, ranks, and movement speed with impetus. The movement speed feels good. I do like the movement speed. With stealth, I do feel like I can outrun a lot of barbs sometimes, and I can chase people down pretty easily, regardless of their class, because not a lot of people run the double movement speed. So that feels really good. Ranks to imbuement, obviously, really nice. Impetus, it's not like the worst thing to have. I much rather have the max HP and healing received here, or maybe even DR close, and then we could throw the healing received on our pants. But I'm just kind of on the fence. I've seen a lot of people with like crazy sustain on their builds. Some rogues and a lot of barbs are really hard to kill. So their health regen is like insane. So we need to kind of beef up our game on that. As for our stats, we are running a fair amount of attack speed. Just from dodging, we'll stack really high, which is really nice. Plus we get the extra 25% from accelerating. Crit chance could be a little higher. My rings again are not perfect. I'm not like super happy with that. We are running the crit strike damage to 200%. I think I could probably get better affixes for another like 6%, and then we can drop a 7.5 node here, which might be nice. Just need to kind of figure more stuff out. Falling damage super low because we've removed it from the crossbow. I'd like to have this at least 100%. I might throw on a vulnerable crossbow just for the sake of fighting barriers, but I haven't 100% decided on that yet. Stacking a lot of damage to close, which is nice. It helps out our poison damage when we're close, which is cool. Extra poison damage here, plus we're running Bane and Canny, so we're getting more Paragon damage to our poison, which is really nice. As for our defensive stats, we are running a fair amount of dodge. We get 30% dodge here, a little over, and then we get 8% from our ring. And then when we use our skill Agile, we'll get another 12%. So that should put us around 50, and then Third Eye Potion, it's another 10. So we can stack a fair amount of dodge, which feels great when it happens, but when it like, you can get deleted if you just happen to not dodge something a few times in a row. For double swing, speaking in particular. Our damage reduction to close is low, very low. This seems to be higher again because we don't have a max roll on our pants, and we don't have DR to close on our chest piece either. So I'm not nearly as tanky as I should be, and there's some changes that we need to make there. Yeah, let's go on to, we are running combo points. Sometimes I will quick switch preparation and just spam my energy, that way I get my ultimate back. But this is a combo point build. As for the skills, we're running Puncture, the Dazed, Twisting Blades. We are running Siphoning Strikes because I do want to inevitably stack Healing Received just to help my sustain out a lot. Shadow Step, we removed Dash and replaced it with Concealment, and then we're still running Concussive and Trick Attacks just for the stun. Helps us CC a little bit better. If we can force out one of those CC breaks, that'll help us a lot. And then we are running the Vulnerable application for stealth. That way we can apply Vulnerable through barriers, which is nice. Because again, the build struggles against barbs with their iron skin, and being able to break the barrier as fast as possible so you can get that dot damage is the best way to kill them, in my opinion. Unless I were to drop imbuement altogether. But to that note, we are taking 12 points poison, and of course the 75 with the deadly venom. Extra crit chance, can't go wrong. Shadow Clone, we're running haste, and then we get the 3 ranks impetus from our amulet. Momentum, just mandatory. For the Paragon board, I'm actually pretty satisfied with this Paragon board. Again, I think I might replace Havoc with Spearhead eventually, but I just don't have like good enough gear to do that right now. I think need better rings, need better jewelry. I just need a lot of things right now, which I just have had very little motivation to do because there's only like I could count on like maybe my fingers the number of people in the game that will beat me consistently just because there's so few level 100s. Um, but yeah, we're running Resilience, Prime, and Closer on our starting board with Lawless and Skillful. And then coming up, again, we take Havoc on our Tricks of the Trade board. And we're going to throw Bane in here for the 87.1% poison damage. The proc to double is usually an insta-kill. More life. Brawler, again, really nice to stack that damage to close. Then over here on our imbuement board, we're taking just about everything. The HP, extra damage, cooldown, more damage, and then we're going to put Chip here. And for the next board, Cheap Shot. For Cheap Shot, we are running non-physical damage, which is nice. I was thinking about throwing the Devious here. I'm not sure if this point works in PvP, but if it does, I might put this here. I still need to test it. And then for the next board, our Cunning Stratagem board, our combo point board, we're running core skill damage, basic, and finisher, more core skill, just stacking all the core skill damage we can get with a little bit of armor. I'm going to throw efficacy on here for the 20% imbuement. And then, little thing I like to do, this is really, really nice. It's only 8 points, and you get a nice fat little chunk of HP here on the Deadly Ambush board. I obviously don't have very many Paragon points left after doing the rest of this, so just throwing the extra 8 points into more HP feels really, really nice. I might take this out and throw this into Spearhead. But having the extra HP, especially when I'm missing HP on my rings and my amulet, just feels nice to have on the Paragon board. So I feel like I'm making a lot of like I'm solving a lot of answers to my problems with my gear in my Paragon board, which I feel like I know I shouldn't be. But you know, we just don't have best in slot gear yet, so it is what it is, you know. So that's about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.